All right, howdy gang. How's it going there? Had this thing pop into my mind about this idea around retardation and how people are either aware of their retardation or they're blind to it. So I'm going to talk about blind retardation versus people who are aware, doing healing work, conscious of their programming, things like that. Hmm. Yeah. So how I discovered this was witnessing my family and how they interact and how there are certain, what's the word, trademark, not trademarks, but there's certain like check marks in society that it's like, okay, I'm fine now. So like you go to school, you get a degree, you get a job with your degree, that's fine, that's a check mark. You get a family, you get a husband or a wife, and you got kids, you're making enough money to survive, okay, that's a check mark. But the whole emotional world of the person, all the wounding, all that stuff is not addressed because so much of the program is about just getting through, getting to the next thing, achieving these check marks, graduate, get a job, get a career, get a wife, whatever it is, stuff like that. So I saw this in my family, and it really it was sad. It is sad to see how they operate, and it's all under this blindness, under this illusion, like this deadness behind the eyes. And it's quite alarming to see because people feel justified in, well, I have a good job, and well, I'm married, and well, I have children, and well, I pay my taxes, or well, I got an injection or whatever it is, to like that checks the box to where I don't have to look at any other area that I could be lying to myself. And there are fucking like infinite amount of areas that can be looked at. So that's why it's frustrating to be aware of the retardation, aware of the programming, because it's you under I see the infinity of, wow, look at me, Luke, look at all the shit that I've not healed, or all the stuff that's stored in my body and things like this. So we're a nation, we're a species of retards because we've been injected with things as little kids, we've been circumcised, normalized genital mutilation, and we've been programmed with our schooling. I mean, just the whole fucking birthing process itself is extremely fucking traumatizing. So you can look into all that. Just thinking about it, you're inside of your mother for 9 fucking months, and then whatever she's going through, people aren't really conscious of. My baby, the baby that's growing inside of me, is taking in all this energy, taking in all this food, all these drinks, whatever it is. And then as soon as you come out, they cut the umbilical cord, they cut off part of your dick. If you're a boy, it's all these lights in your face, people are poking at you, you're fucking crying. The belly button, the umbilical cord, that's your first mouth. That's your Yeah, that goes right to your belly. That's how you get your oxygen. That's how you drink. That's how you eat. Then they fucking snip it off, and then they take you away from your mother, who you've been with every single moment for 9 months since you were conceived. And people think that that's a separate thing. That, well, it's out of the body now. Now it's a person. So we're just going to ignore the fact that maybe a weaning off process could do some good. Apparently the umbilical cord can stay on for a couple weeks, and the mom is just supposed to be with it, which makes perfect fucking sense. If that's a good transitional time period, a lot better than immediately cutting it off and removing it, putting it into a brightly lit room and cutting off part of its dick. So yeah, the blind retardation, it's just so all encompassing that it doesn't go distinguished from the trauma. So, like we're all descendants of war, World War I, World War II, all these things, like people going overseas and fighting, murdering people, raping, witnessing all types of horrible shit. And then it's like, okay, now just go back to life. And then people are abusing and being mean to each other, and it's like, well, that's just how my family is. Like, no, that's what a traumatized human being is like, and it doesn't go distinguished from, whatever normal reality versus traumatized human beings pretending that they're not retarded. And retarded, like I've said many times, isn't a judgment, but it's been implemented into the fabric of our DNA, of our very being in this fucking reality, with billboards with big giant tits on them and McDonald's and the shot. This is our last shot to go back to normalcy or whatever the fuck. So there's layers to this. People can watch this and get very fucking angry at me, and there's just a certain level of retardation that I don't want to interact with. At least to a certain level. It's like you can have a basic conversation, but the retardation, the emotional retardation, is being unable to control oneself if something is said that it can just spill over. Like there's a glass of water. It's a lot of retards are completely filled to the top because all their emotional baggage has not been dealt with and dumped out. So if you shake them up, it's going to spill everywhere, and that looks like fucking yelling and screaming and not being able to stop. And yeah, so upon awakening, it's like wanting to wake up other people out of this spell, out of the programming, out of the retardation. It's like, dude, I know you're so much more than a fucking retard, because that's what happened to me. I was retarded. I didn't know I was retarded. That's the whole thing about being retarded, is you don't know you're retarded. You think you're fine. It's tricking. It's trickery. It's manipulation. To me, healing is, I see that I'm fucked up. I see that I'm retarded. I see that I have a lot of room to heal. So let's fucking go. Let's do this shit. I'm not perfect. I'm not better than anybody. I just see it. I feel it. I see the fucking programs running through my mind. So, yeah. And it's not my job to wake anybody up, or to wake up the retards, the blind people, whatever it is. But that's why it's frustrating. It's like we're healing our retardation and we want others to do the same. But in trying to wake them up, it's like we're all on a wall of glue. We're all stuck to this wall of glue. We have all our needs met, but there's still this kind of like stuckness. But then when we start waking up, it's like, oh, I can pull myself off of this wall of glue, and it's fucking painful to do this. But if I'm choosing to pull myself off of this wall of glue, then I will take the pain because I see it and I feel it. But then once I'm off the glue wall, I can walk around freely and see, and then I see all these people, my friends, my family, still on the glue wall. And if I try to pull them off, they don't see that they're on the wall of glue. They just feel that it fucking hurts their skin to be pulled off by me, and they're like, fuck you, get the fuck away from me. So it's frustrating because they don't see the wall of glue. They're attached to the wall of glue, literally and emotionally. People are attached to their trauma and their emotional baggage because we relate to it as who we are, our soul essence. We unconsciously believe that our ego is who we are, and many people are not attuned to their soul essence. I'm getting there, I think. I don't know. I know I'm not a full retard anymore. Most people are full retards right now, and they're getting more injections to solidify that. And people don't want to admit when they're fucking wrong. So they keep getting more jabs because it's like, I'm in too fucking deep. I'm balls fucking deep. They're balls deep in my asshole. I guess I gotta just fuck it. Double down, double down, double down, double down. And then kids are being raped emotionally, physically. Not like but it's just like their fucking bodies, sovereignty, right? And things are gonna keep getting worse and worse, I think, because we're so fucking under the blind retardation spell that people need to die, and it's not good. I'm not happy about that, obviously, but yeah, man, I guess that's good. Thanks for watching, gang. Peace.